having a beautiful day. We got a ton of things to talk about today. First of all, I want to be clear about something. The dude, the guy, the person that is having the backseas of Tekashi 6ix9ine, he said something that was so inflammatory over these. We're gonna have all of the discussions. And in addition to that, I want to talk about I forgot what I want to talk about all the way. I mean, I know what I want to talk about, but there's like a ton of things that I actually want to discuss, but I only was able to put a couple of them on the docket. So let me just look at what we're talking about real quick and see what's in the title. Oh! Come on, what do you mean? Can we turn down the volume? I appreciate the commercial though. Also, I want to talk about Biden being confused. For everybody that don't know, Joe Biden apparently gave a speech the other day. And after he gave the speech, he didn't know where he was at. So I don't know what to tell you. So I want to discuss that for a moment also. But I want to leave the show off by saying something. I want to be 100% clear and transparent on this. I am in no way trying to go at the LGBTQ community with any of the comments that I'm about to say. Let me give a shout out to the people that pulled up and put comments in the chat before the show started. Shout out to Rule, don't nobody see them dots. Jones, don't nobody see them dots. Jones, he says, salute BB and Family Frost. Shout out to Jet Lee, the one, he says, good morning Frost. He dropped some Frost. He says, hashtag BB and hashtag morning coffee. We're going to do roll call at the 5-minute mark. All right, so I want to say something real quick. Everybody get your comments in now because we're going to do roll call at the 5-minute mark. I want to be clear about something. I want to be 100% transparent. How old is his child? Just so we can be clear. How old is his child? I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not coming for him. I'm just saying, how old is his child? Because I wouldn't feel comfortable. I'm assuming this child is about 14, 15 years old or whatever the case is. If that. And forget what the sexual preference or gender is of the child. I don't think children should be kissing like that necessarily on, and definitely not on social media. So I want to be clear on this. My issue is not whether a boy and a girl was kissing or a girl and a girl was kissing or a boy and a boy was kissing or whatever the case is. I don't think things like that should just be publicized on social media. I think we have too much of it in movies. The pecks, I'm okay with. Like when they do like the little pecks and stuff like that, that's socially acceptable. But when they're like insinuating more stuff in the movies, and like these is children. Like, what are we doing? Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But this is the whole spin on the whole situation with Dwayne Wade's son-daughter situation. She, I don't know what is the proper pronoun that they prefer to use, so I'll say they. They are dating someone who was born a female. So he was born a male, and he's dating someone that was born a female. And as far as I know, he does want to get the sexual reassignment surgery. So I'm confused as shit. I don't know what to tell you. At this, I don't know if this. I think this is all shenanigans. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think this is all shenanigans. I think that the boy is whatever the boy is, and there's nothing wrong with that. Live your true self. But I think this is all shenanigans. I think they playing with the LGBTQ community. Personally, me, I think they're playing with all of us. Shout out to Dwayne Wade and whatever the hell they're trying to do over there. But I just don't know what's going on. And I don't think children kissing and publicizing that on social media is should be socially acceptable. And that's just my opinion on that. This is not a whole. See, that's what I think. Sometimes, okay, so I think often when we criticize something, people like to criticize it in such a general way that their point might be missing or mistaken, even if they have an actual point that the person that they're criticizing should listen to. It's like when you criticize somebody and the scope that you're using is so broad that you're encompassing everything. You understand? So you're really not criticizing the totality of the thing. You're criticizing a specificity of whatever the mechanism is that allow for what was going on to go on. So with that being said, I don't think that there's anything wrong with whatever is his preference or their preference. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I can't tell somebody how to choose their life. What I am saying is, I just think that, you know, especially when you're a person that people look up to, we have to have a certain standard that we push out into the public as best that we can due to our situation. And they got to do better than this. Having children on the internet that they are trying to put in place as far as leading, being leaders in their community. I just think that we got to do things that are just a little bit more socially acceptable and not try to just do the hashtag. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, they're trying to be leaders in their community, right? Do something that is going to allow for everybody to be able to be involved and not feel uncomfortable for whatever the reason is. Because how would we feel if that was a 14-year-old and a 15-year-old or whatever, and there was a male and a girl and a boy? And, you know, there's going to be people that's going to say it's okay, but there's also going to be people that's going to say the exact same thing that I'm saying. You understand? Shout out to Jason Elliott. Let's go through roll call. Shout out to Jason Elliott. He says, what up, folks? Now, when I read that, I was thinking all of Porky Pig. I'm just going to be honest with you. Shout out to GJ Zero. He says, Jack is for the streets. Maybe. I have no idea what you mean by that. Shout out to Smalls. Smalls, what up, Smalls? He says, salute, Frost. Salute. What up, Black Power Cross? He says, top of the top, Frost. What up, Jay Hodges? He says, morning, BBN fam. Jack Frost, salute. You already know it. He's dropping all of those Frost. He also says, hit that like button, get those notifications out. Tunes, shout out to Tunes, apparently. He says, these are kids. Come on, 14. You don't think 14 is a kid? Like, you don't think... Who here thinks 14 is a kid? Am I exaggerating? Like 14 isn't children? Like what grade are you in 14? Like in 9th grade or some shit like that? Right? You're like 9th grade, right? So you think somebody is an adult when they're in 9th grade? Shout out to Tunes. I don't know what to say. Love to be your kid. No, I would probably hate to be your kids. I don't know. Maybe would love to be your kids. It depends on how responsible I am individually because you lack responsibility, it seems. At least that's what I would think, but I could be wrong. What the hell do I know? I don't know you personally. You're probably a great person and just trying to say a contradictory point. And just because it makes no sense, that doesn't mean that you don't make no sense. Dave Brown says, salute Frost in the chat. Salute. How you doing, my brother? Small says, I know a man that got the surgery and is now considered a woman. They choose to marry a natural woman. I don't understand this shit. I mean, shout out to that. I'm not even mad at anybody. Look, if your whole thing is not to have a vagina because you want to have sex with somebody that has a vagina, who am I to tell you that you're doing something wrong? I mean, you're gonna then go buy a... I mean, I don't got time for this. Shout out to Prince to Amiz. Good morning, everyone. He's also dropping the chat. Let's slap some haters. Let's get something going. I don't know. Whatever y'all want to do. Prince to Amiz says, don't be cheap. Hit the like button. It's free. Toon says, this community taking it too far. Which community are you talking about, Tunes? El Prez, salute to El Prez. He says, salute for us, be and family. Let's be great today. Please, let's be great every day, y'all. And you know how we be great? Whenever you helping somebody else be the best them that they could be, at that moment, you being the best you that you could be. So go out there and be great. That's a whole fact. Don't let nobody lie to you. What up, J Mill? He says it was a boy. No, it was actually a girl that is transgender to be a boy. Boom. 14 is a kid. I think 14 is a kid too, Tatty. Tunes think 14 is not a kid. Tunes is out here probably trying to have sex with 14-year-olds. I don't know. And then when they pull up, they be like, what are you talking about? This is a whole adult. I don't know what to tell them. I think they kids. J-Man, that was a joke. I don't think Tunes is out here trying to have sex with kids. I'm just going to preference that before somebody say, he's disrespecting his community. I get to say jokes, you rat bastards. J Mills says, top of the morning, Jack, top of the morning. Black Power Cross says, 12 was a kid in the 90s. Now they grown as hell. We could thank the internet. But it's still a kid. You get what I'm saying? Small says, I agree, Black. Toons says, we just gonna act like this? Okay, act like what, Toons? What are you talking about? Okay, Toons is the troll. But you see how y'all dropping comments? So his comments aren't back to back to back to back to back to back to back. Thank you, everybody dropping comments. I appreciate y'all. What up, Shy 120? He says, salutations, Jack Frost. Salutations, my brother. Hope everything is going well with you and yours. J Mill says, "Oh, that's crazy. Caught me off guard." Tune says, "Yeah, see, that's what I'm trying to tell you." Tune says, "Bruh, read my comment again. I'll reread your comment copy. I could have read it wrong. I'll go back up. I'll reread your comment. I'll be fair. These are kids. Oh, you're saying that these are kids, and the parents are taking the pic. What the fuck? That's what you're saying? Okay, I'm here, Tunes. I'm on Tunes with this one. Tunes is actually saying that this is ridiculous. How is these things happening? We gotta make sure that all of these things stop it immediately. I'm on Tunes' side with this one. Who's on Tunes' side? Tunes is all of the champion this morning. What up, VPN clan? He says 12-year-old. Okay, guess that's these guys. You can call yourself a young adult. Not a problem. Whoever thinks that this is an adult is, I'm pretty sure, adults that's out here looking at 14-year-olds like, I like how you rocking that skirt. I'm not on that time. I'm not on that time. So I don't know what to tell you. Shout out to anybody in here that, oh shit, you get married in August. Salute. Where at? When? Who is she? Is there babies involved? All of the questions. I think Jack is on this morning. We actually got a drop. Let's call this drop already. Copy. We got it a long time ago. I just been waiting for the show to get going. Saloon is open. Shout out to Bronx Bread. Shout out to Jay Hedges. Yo, I'm gonna tell you something. Okay, so I say a lot of y'all names in a certain way because I just like how it sounds. And I like how I sound when I say Jay Hodges' name. Oh, maybe okay. Salute to Virginia. Salute to the little one. Yeah, let's have all of the baby stuff in the chats. Salute to Virginia. Salute to the little one. All of the prosperity in the future. And I know that you're gonna be a great pops. You feel me? So let's get this going. Bam, let's go. Shout out to Jay Hodges. Like I say that. That's why. Boom. Shout out to Jay Hodges with the $10 drop. Jay Hodges pulls up into the saloon this morning. He comes straight in. Nobody says nothing. He walks straight to the bartender. He's been in here all the time. We love Jay Hodges. They just come up, start handing them drinks. The bartender and Jay Hodges is at the end of the bar. They just chatting, talking about their personal lives. Bartender says, "Hey, Jay Hodges, why don't you get over there on the court table? Court table is open." Jay Hodges needs some people to play poker against. And to get in the game, it's a $10 to get in the game. Let's go. Jay Hodges is sitting at the poker table. Who's next? Who's next? We're pulling our blessings down from the Lord. Hold on. And we're going to get to this Tekashi shit in a second. What up, Midnight? Midnight Maya says, salute, what up, for salute from the Black Lords. Salute to the Black Lords. That's a fact. That's a fact. Salute to the Black Lords. Let's go. Small says, who remembers when a 14-year-old got locked up for murder for killing his sister accidentally while doing... Oh, shit, I remember that. Oh, that was terrible. That was in Florida. Oh, man. He gave her like a DDT or a suplex or something like that and broke her neck or something like that. I remember that. He was charged as an adult. I don't know what these people be talking about. Shout out to Bronx Bread. Frost Nation. Jay Mills says, Hassan Campbell on Academics Podcast talk about being bodied. That was wild. First of all, Hassan Campbell is primetime. I just got to let him talk. Only problem with Hassan Campbell is the same problem that a lot of us podcasters or people that do this that don't normally go against other people or have other people speaking with us. We tend to overtalk because we're so used to being able to have 10 minutes to explain a point. So just like I got to get better with that when I'm speaking with people on panels and things and such. I think that's something that he needs to also shore up to. He'll be fine. He did a good job from what I saw. Dwayne Wade wife might have got him too. What you mean by that? I don't know what you mean by that. Explain. J Mill says the goon was like, we messing with 6ix9ine with a bag. Yo, check this out. I'm just going to say this much right here. This is the part I want to talk about mainly, because I think that this says so much, just so we can be clear. The dude said, we not jacking rats. 6ix9ine is the only rat we jacking. What do y'all think about that line right there? I want to discuss that. What do y'all think about that line? I think that line says even more about we just fucking with him for the bag. Which is basically along the same conversation. So I appreciate you for bringing that up. Shout out to NYC Facts. He says, what up, Jack? What up, Ming E? Says, salute, Jack Frost. What up, Rugi Hauser? We got Rugi in the house tonight. We got all of the doctor specificalities. He says, morning Frost to the BBN. He says, Tunes says that we love you, Hassan and 6ix9ine talk. That'd be dope. Why not? But I mean, that'd be dope. I don't like. I'm like this, right? It's not that I don't believe in talking shit into existence. It's just that I don't like focusing on things I have no control over, because that seems when disappointment occurs. So I have no control over that. Is that something I would do? Obviously, but I have no control over that. So that's not something that I would get with. Yeah, that was a meme. What you're saying is true, but the liquor definitely had him amped up. That's a fact. On my way out the door, stay up, later, Smalls. Hassan is horrible listening skills. Okay, so this is, I don't think it's the listening skills. It's what you're using, what you're listening for. And yeah, so yeah, definitely listening skills. I agree. Boom. You know what? I agree. I rehash everything that I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying it. Yeah, he definitely has terrible listening skills. But like I said, that also goes with the ability to be able to talk and communicate with somebody. Like sometimes my listening skills is A1. Sometimes they're not, because I'm not. I don't have. It's hard for me to explain, but sometimes we're active listeners. We're actively in the conversation. Other times we're not. When you could recognize whether you're actively in the conversation or not, like I usually can, and then I try to be in the conversation. When you can actively recognize when you're not in the conversation, then you can do better. You understand what I'm saying? So we gotta actively recognize when we're not in the conversation sometimes, and recognize when we're waiting to reply rather than when we're actually listening to what the person is saying and then giving an adequate response. You understand what I'm saying? Or be it actively in the conversation by waiting for that person to stop talking so now I can say my point. Sometimes we have to wait. Our point we might have a great point, but who's gonna want to discuss your point when you cutting them off from discussing their point? So let's be fair. You understand? Tune says 6ix9ine was screaming and take over interviews. I think one of the Taddy Mason said Hassan special ed never received services. Oh man, I don't got time for that. We're not doing that, Taddy. Tune says you've been in the case. The talk will be crazy. I think if the way that they're doing the conversations with 6ix9ine, I think he's going to have to do it in a different way in order to get the results he wants. I'm going to be quiet about the way that I believe he should do it. But I think he has to do it. And I said this previously. I've been saying this. I don't know what to tell you. He's trying to get certain results, I'm assuming. I think I know what the results are. I might be wrong. What the fuck do I know? Who am I? But I think he's trying to get a certain type of results. And I just don't think he's going to get the results he's looking for doing the interviews in the manner in which they're being done. I think that he's going to get certain types of results. It's not going to be for nothing. He's going to make headway, but I don't think he's going to make the headway that he's looking to make. And that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Because this is just me looking at the aesthetics. He was just with the whole dudes that's now his gang that he's running with, and they rocking with him, and they can go anywhere they want, and they're super tough. And I'm not saying that they're not. I'm just saying, right? So, but at the same breath, these guys are saying, well, he's a rat. Generally, we don't fuck with rats, but, he's a rat. So, They can't go on a interview and say that. You understand what I'm saying? They can't. They can't go on an interview and say that. But he went on the interview and said it because something was said that hit his nerve. This is why 6ix9ine should not have. No, I'm not going to say that. They needed to do that, but a point should have been made that whenever they start talking about whether I'm a rat or not, we can't have that conversation. Because they have to bring it up. If they don't bring it up, it's not a real conversation. We can't respond back to that, though. You understand? We can't get them to hold us to respond back to that. They have to bring it up, though. That's their job. If they don't bring it up, they're not doing their job. That even makes the interview less credible. Jay Mills says 6ix9ine hasn't been with security in years. He really not scared. He really be by himself. Who was after him? The dudes that are after him or want something to happen to him are all in jail, aren't they? Aren't the dudes that should be actively hunting 6ix9ine basically all in jail? Who should be hunting him? Now, whether he creates a beef with somebody else and somebody rolls on him, it is what it is. But the dudes, they're in jail. Black Power Cross says the game is over. Snitches is the whole thing now. Yep. But it's always been a thing. It's just now people could be more open with it. It's always been a thing. There's always been snitches. They can't lock up. There's no way in the world. First of all, the feds have always had a 90-something conviction rating. So boom, snitches have always been here. Copy? Is that a better way to explain how snitches have always been here? And he was in the feds, not in the state, All right, he was in the feds. That wasn't state. That was feds. You understand what I'm saying? So snitches have always been here. That's why it kills me when people. It's just now we're following more federal cases. Usually, when do we follow federal cases? It's usually got to be a really big federal case, and then we got to go to the newspaper, and we only hear what the newspaper tell us. Now the internet exists, so now people are talking about fat cases. People are talking about RICOs. I'm just saying, this is just organically the direction in which everything was gonna go in once people were in this started covering this type of content. And all that means is that now everybody is gonna find out who the snitches is. There's always been snitches. They did the whole snitch thing so wrong. They did it so wrong. Like, I'm not saying, for the people that's like, yo, man, I know, Jack, why you want to work with a snitch? No, I'm just saying I had a fucking great-ass fucking idea that would have been fucking incredible. That's what I'm saying. I had a great fucking idea that would have been incredible, and they came up there with a fucking list. I don't want to show it. They came up there with the chapter. They came up there with a fucking list. We did, yo, this person snitched, that person. They just fucking screwed the pooch. Like, you don't understand how big that moment was, what they could have did. They could have did a lot of things. The moment was a big moment, man. But I guess for the industry, it's a good thing that they did it that way. I guess if they would have did it the way that I wanted to do it, I'm telling you right now, the industry wouldn't be the way it is right now. That's too big of a platform to be giving me money to work around and do stuff. They got too much money to give me to go do a creative thing. The whole industry would be different right now, I promise you. But at the same time, I'm not going to be focusing on the people that he hates. So the people that he hate don't have to worry about, yo, Jack was gonna go make all the videos about us. Nah. He don't need, first of all, one of the main things he needs to stop doing is he needs to stop talking about Jim Jones. They're not gonna win. They need to really stop talking about Jim Jones. For real. And that's not because, alright, so I'm gonna explain real quick. Why they need to stop talking about Jim Jones. Okay, so the people that he put in jail are Jim Jones's people, allegedly, right? He's all on the fucking things talking to them, right? So it's Jim Jones's people who he put in jail. That's what the saying is. That's how it goes, right? So now it really looks like you're trying to put everybody in jail. Like, it looks like the whole plan, the whole entire time was to put everybody in jail if you keep going after Jim Jones. It looks like that what the plan was. Literally, it looks like it was a plan. And whether people are outwardly actively saying this or not, believe me, in the back of people's minds, they're thinking about this even if they're not actively, consciously thinking about this. Yo, this dude was trying to put the whole gang in jail. And he missed that one nigga and they keep trying to double back on him. So he needs to stop talking about Jim Jones. I don't know what to tell you. So no, I wouldn't even have told him to produce that content. And this is the reason why I would have said that's not smart. I know you want to be mad or whatever the fuck you are, but you're trying to do a thing to fix your image, right? You're trying to fix your image. You can either fix your image or get back at this dude. It's one of the two. One of the things is going to feed you for the next 40 or 50 years. The next thing is going to just have you stay in the beef that's unnecessary. That's my advice on the matter. Tell me where I'm wrong. You need to stop talking about that. Looks like you're trying to put all them niggas in jail. Like you already, like. I mean, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Like, does that make sense? Or am I saying what I'm saying is stupid? I'm going to read some of these comments. I missed a couple. Black Power says, do I think that there's other people ready to slide on them? I would advise that people be careful sliding on anyone, period. So I'm not going to actively say I think that there's people that's willing to slide on him, because somebody could possibly be watching this content and think that I'm a fucking genius. And then I make that comment, and then now the next thing you know, people are trying to make... So I'm not going to make that comment. I'm going to say that, as always, he should be worrisome about his security. But the fact that he goes somewhere with no security and nothing happens to him, people shouldn't be too up in arms about it, because the main people that should be after him, are locked up. They're not home yet. Are there other people that might be, if they see him, it's on and popping? I'm 100% pretty sure. I'm pretty sure there's people that's not even have nothing at all to do with any of the people that was locked up. If they see 6ix9ine, they're going to go try to get some clout. All you got to do is be at the right place at the right time. Right Low says it could be GOAT. Being 6ix9ine point to me is a rapper, is an entertainer, and most rappers are considered gangsters, have ratted themselves. Yeah, I can't even argue with you what you just said. J Mills says, allegedly Alpo dropped 2 bodies before he died, according to Hassan Campbell. I don't know what Hassan be talking about sometime. Maybe he did. KC says, what up, Jack? Salute, I'm at work. Salute. Right Low says, I don't know, Jim is a fishy topic and a great point to make in 6ix9ine case. He needs to just stop talking about that dude. That don't make sense. Black Power Cross says, Jim is making music videos with every other week. Every other week, Rock Nation gave the boy a green light, and the feds gave him a green light. Boom. All right? KC says, I don't think that... Yeah, they did. That's a fact. That's why I'm saying it don't make sense that he keeps bringing this dude up. It's not to his... anyway, some things just is in our heart. I'm just saying that that's something that if when he gives that particular thing up and lets that go, it's going to be to his benefit. I don't think that was 6ix9ine's plan. You don't think what was 6ix9ine's plan, KC? NYC Facts is Jim Jones did have a lot of hate in his heart for 6ix9ine. Yeah, I'm not even going to lie about that. So can get mad at him for keeping his foot on his neck. But I'm saying at this point right now, it's not to his benefit. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that 6ix9ine shouldn't even be angry. I'm saying right now, that's not to his benefit. Right now, it literally looks like he was put in there as a plant to put everybody locked up. He missed one nigga. He's trying to double back on him. There's an argument that could be made for that. Woogie Hauser says, once Straightway tried to extort the Grange kid over 6ix9ine, the whole gang got a target on their head. That's a fact, Woogie. That's a whole fact. Once that situation happened at the restaurant and Crippy got shot, that was really the beginning of the end, whether people really realize that or not. Misha White says, I don't trust them guys with him. 6ix9ine, them can set him up. Or anybody can set you up. So I'm saying that you feel that way. You probably feel that way for a good reason. Prince Amir says, don't be cheap. Hit the like button. It's free. KC says, it wasn't his plan to get everyone locked up. I'm not saying it was his plan to get anyone locked up. Just so we can be clear, I can't know what anyone's plan is. What I'm saying is that there are people who swear up and down that he was a federal plant from the rip. I'm saying those people exist. I'm saying those people are gonna latch on, or one of the points that they probably can latch on to, and they probably subconsciously latching onto it and they don't even realize it, is he keeps doubling back on this dude Jim. I'm gonna say something, and I'm gonna get off of the Jim Jones topic because I'm not here for that. But during quarantine, Jim Jones had that quarantine studio shit, and he put a lot of people to work. Bosses create jobs. If you can't respect that, I don't know what to tell you. So I mean, I don't know what to tell you about Jim. I don't know the dude personally. But that dude is creating jobs for motherfuckers. I see 6ix9ine go running around giving money away, but I don't see him creating jobs. I haven't never seen 6ix9ine create any job except for the gang niggas. This dude, Jim Jones, put out a call to anybody that knew how to do this, knew how to do that. And then he put them together with other people that could help push their brand, and they work together. So I'm not knocking what anybody is doing, but when you making boss moves, could we respect that? Could we recognize when there's somebody just throwing pebbles and throwing rocks? Yes, Black Power cross. The feds allowed Jim to get to the bag during COVID. The bigger point is how Jim got caught advertising a gang leader of an organization that he claims to be a part of and didn't go into RICO. I have no idea what you're talking about, right, Lo? Explain yourself. I don't understand what you're talking about. You could use a couple of, I'll let you use a couple of thought bubbles. Put a couple of thought bubbles up there. I'll let you use a couple. We'll slow the show down for a minute, just so you can make yourself clear, so I can give you the appropriate response, if that's fine. Because if I respond without knowing entirely what you're saying, and I give you the wrong response, we can have a miscommunication, right? So I'll give you an opportunity to put your shit up there. Go. Let's go. Jim created a lot of jobs. I don't know what to tell you. Tekashi just got caught on TMZ saying that he had fake money, that was prop money. Are we gonna talk about that, or we gotta act like that didn't exist? Shout out to the Art of D Glass. He says, "Good morning, BBN. Salute." Didn't somebody just come out and tell y'all? Didn't Fabio Foreign just come out and tell y'all that the jewelry that he had and those cars he had was rented? Fabio Foreign just said that, right? Then I come in here and say, yo, Fabio Foreign said this shit was rented. We didn't lean into the topic, but I was like, I think I said, possible. I don't know. Now he just went on TMZ the other day and he said that the money was prop money. What people need to understand is this is an entertainment business, right? And the problem is you got people out here that want to be entertainers, but they also want to be gangsters. Being an entertainer in itself brings you ridicule. It brings you, it sets you up to be criticized. Being a gangster means if somebody is disrespecting you, you have to respond. So our problem is that we have people who are entertainers / gangsters that's in a business that causes for them have to be criticized and disrespected, but they also want to have the rank and position of an individual that you better never disrespect. So that's an issue, and that's a problem. Let me see if he responded. He didn't write any response, so I'm not going to say nothing about what he said. He never responded back. He ain't write nothing. Jason Elliott said, all rappers except a few have fake money. Them dudes be broke. I told y'all that already. Didn't I tell y'all that? Nobody listens to Jack Frost. That's not y'all guys. I'm just saying that's a saying. Nobody listens to Jack Frost, right? But, you know, obviously the people in here that are supportive of the channel listen to me. I appreciate you guys. El Perez says, if he was smart, everything is props since he getting sued. Boom. That's a fact. That's what happened. So TMZ had him on the show and said, what about all of that money? He said it's all props. I'm thinking he went on TMZ specifically to say that. Hint, hint. Black Power Cross says the game needs 100%. Rappers need 0% street dudes, period. Oh, the game needs 100% rappers, 0% street dudes, period. I agree. Rue Jones says, of course, he got to say it was props money. TMZ out to destroy 6ix9ine. But I think that there's a good chance that he went on there specifically so he could say that publicly, and TMZ deals with the police all the time, right? So that's somewhere where you can go and say a thing, and it can be, you know, if you ever have to go to court, and they be like, what happened to all of this money? You can be like, oh, we already told everybody. We told, my client went on TMZ and already explained. That was prop money. That was all fake. Yeah, we entertainers. So, we have to put up a certain facade in order for our, the people who we are avatars for to vicariously live through us. So we have to put up a certain facade. And then the people who live vicariously through us, they afford us this lifestyle in which they also participate with voyeurism. So that's basically what it is, right? Because we're all voyeurs. So that's basically probably what he's going to say. Like, nah, that wasn't real money. That was fake money. Matter of fact, I could send you to the prince. Oh, man. Yeah, a lot of that should be fake money, man. I don't know what to tell you. But it could have been real money and he could have been lying for the courts. Who the fuck know? Rue says he got to say it was prop money. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could have been real money and he could have been lying for the courts. How the fuck do we know? He could have been lying specific. That's what I'm trying to say. It could have been real money and he could have went on fucking TMZ to say it was fake money, and it could have been real money. He just went on TMZ to cover his ass. Just because he said it on TMZ, that don't mean that's the fucking truth. If it was the truth, he wouldn't need to make fucking a document of it. Also, just so we could be clear. Yeah. Just so we can make clear. So. We at the 38-minute mark. I was waiting for the 36-minute mark. We're here. Can I ask y'all a question real quick? Do y'all mind if we switch to a Joe Biden conversation real quick? Did y'all see what happened with Joe Biden? Did anybody see what happened with Joe Biden? If you saw what happened with Joe Biden, put it into the chat. I want to know what you think about it. Oh, yeah, we're still on the 6ix9ine conversation. I just want to know what y'all think about Joe Biden. I don't know what that is. I want to kick this person, but I'm going to wait. Rule don't nobody see them. Dodge Jones says, them dudes 6ix9ine with are they real friends or somebody they paying? Dude literally said we never jack rats. This is the first rat we jacking. And 6ix9ine looked like he saw a ghost after dude said that. These guys have zero media training. Like, I know I say some wild shit on our program, but these guys have zero media training. They were asked the question that they should have avoided. They didn't know to avoid the question. They didn't know that they was asked the question they didn't know to avoid. Who asked the question, by the way? That's what I want to know. That's the part. That's the part. Who asked the question? Dude responded the wrong way. He wasn't supposed to respond that way. He was supposed to respond with different energy. First of all, they were supposed to be in a safe space. See, this is the problem. Look, okay, listen, pay attention. 6ix9ine is doing video interviews with people where he's supposed to be in a safe space. And his energy is violent while he's describing his situation. I don't understand. These are supposed to be safe spaces for him. And he's still violently telling his story. I don't know what to tell you. They're just doing it wrong, in my opinion. But what the fuck do I know? I've never done it, right? They've never done it either, obviously. And they've done it wrong more times than I've done it wrong. How about that? They've done it wrong about 4 or 5 times now, at least. I haven't done it right, but I haven't done it wrong even once. I just want to be clear about that. We're going to be right back. I'm going to go over here real quick. I'm going to look and see if we're going to turn some coffee on real quick. I'll be right back. Put it in the chat. What do y'all think about the dude saying that they don't jack rats? And then right after he said that they never jack rats, he said 6ix9ine is the only rat they jacking. What do you think about that? Put it in the comment section. I'm going to run over here real quick and see if I could freshen up this coffee and get some little bit of water going. Put it in the chat. I want to know what y'all think about that. I'm gonna let that water. I'll let that water heat up. Sorry about that. We're gonna let that water heat up. Let me see what y'all guys said. If anybody said anything. Heavy Joe said he's lying. He's lying about what? Tighten Up said the community got to get together and get forced this interview. Okay, shout out to that Tighten Up. Community get together. Yeah, come on, let's go. Heavy Joe says them little dudes frost. I didn't say that they weren't. Hard to be Glass says he can't trust them dudes either. Just a matter of time. Dude literally said, we've never jacked rats before. This is the first rat we jacking. That's literally letting him know, if he really was paying attention, that yeah, I wouldn't try. I'm just telling you, yo, move how you want to move, yo. What the fuck? If that didn't sound like we got a plan, wait and see. No, we got a plan. We just can't tell you what the plan is yet. If that didn't sound like that, I don't know what to tell you. That sounded like that to me. That sounded like we got a plan. Just wait. That's what that sounded like. I don't know what the plan might be. Maybe the plan is something 6ix9ine. Maybe 6ix9ine is part of the plan. Odia says, I'm not a gangster, I'm a stand-up man. That's what they said. KC says, nah, what do you think about Hassan Campbell saying 6ix9ine is his favorite rat? First of all, you have a favorite rat. Shout out to that. Mine's is Ralph S. Mouse, just so you can be clear. My favorite rat is Ralph S. Mouse. I used to love those books as a kid. Shout out to Sebastian Tompkins. He says, good morning, BBN fam. Jack, salute. He's dropping all of knows rules. Yeah, Ralph S. Mouse. That's my favorite rat. I just want to let you know. My second favorite rat, Mickey. Yeah, we counting mice as rats, by the way. Rodent is a rodent, you rat bastard. What we talking about? Rock you to sleep, Danny boy. What is that from? I don't know what that's from. Did I say that with the appropriate accent? Maybe I know what that's from. I just don't remember. Oh, they gonna rock him to sleep. Yeah. That's what it sounded like, right? Am I wrong? Didn't that sound ominous? Shout out to Liberty Hazelton. He says, I'm jacking. Somebody sent me something. Hold on. That shit sound ominous. That's what I'm like, what the fuck? Shit sound ominous. Oh, Florence Pugh. I just really like the new Black Widow, by the way. I'm a real big fan of the new Black Widow. They need to put her in every Marvel movie from here on out. What was I doing? I gotta stop opening Instagram. Oh, I can't play this because it got music. I can't play it because it got the music, but I appreciate you sending it. Who the hell is Speedy in Danger? Mouse! Shout out to Liberty Hazelton! Mark A says Danny needs to stay away from them. Once the money deep cuts. Once the money he promised them doesn't come in, he gonna switch on. Look, they gonna switch on him. Look, first of all, shout out to Mark A. Second, just so we can be clear, I don't even care if that sounded ominous as hell. Yo, we don't usually jack rats. 6ix9ine is the first rat we jacking. Sound like they got plans for him. Shout out to that shit. 6ix9ine better wisen up and pay attention to his new crew, like Hassan says. Look, I'm gonna be quiet. He wants to have a certain type of career. He's trying to figure out how to make that career happen. If he's trying to make that career happen, he's doing all the right things to try to make that career happen. And in that conversation, he should continue and hope he can push through. Because he wants a specific type of career. You understand what I'm saying? So I hope he can push. I mean, I don't really got a fish in this. I don't got a fish. I don't got a fucking horse in this race. So whatever happens, happens. I don't really give a damn. But it sounds like he just wants a certain type of career. Odia says maybe they think since 6ix9ine knew them before the fame, he won't do the same thing he did to Treyway. Who knows? See, this is the problem, right? This is the problem. When he was with Treyway, he was talking a lot of crazy shit to real gangsters. So I don't know what kind of energy these real gangsters might have for these niggas he fuck with now. So that energy that dude was putting out might have been fear. I don't know what it was. But that energy that he was putting out when he said, we don't fuck with rats, it's the first rat we jack it. That might have been fear. Remember what other dudes said. If any of them dudes go to the feds, they in trouble. That wasn't a threat. That was a promise. I promise you. That's a fact. Or the D Glass, what homeboy said was cryptic. The smart ones know that. It's a fact. ODS is facts. They even said they know what comes with Jack and 6ix9ine. Look, let me explain something. If, and this is where it comes from perspective. If when we talk about 6ix9ine and we had people in here that was just talking about it from a factual standpoint and wasn't in their feelings all the times, a lot of these conversations will go in directly different directions. What happens is often people get in their feelings, so now we can't have a conversation because you need me to act like a certain thing didn't happen, because for you to acknowledge that thing is to acknowledge fault in a person that you don't want to acknowledge fault in, and also then absolving someone of fault that you want to give all the fault to. So that creates a conversation that makes it almost impossible for me to be able to have a conversation with a person who is non-biased, because the majority of the points in which they're going to use to try to magnify their position is going to actually be erroneous. So while I shoot down all the erroneous facts, or shoot down all the things that they're saying that is not necessarily correct, instead of them allowing for me to correct them, or not correct them, we're not correcting people, we're all adults. Instead of them allowing for me to give them information that might allow for them to be a little bit more informed, what ends up happening is there's an argument. And then it sounds like I'm defending somebody I'm not defending. It's the principle of the matter. Rule says, KC says, hold on. KC says the goons responded to the looting of the building and the dude in jail and said that the building ain't do nothing to nobody. Yeah, so they don't understand. KC said they don't understand, and obviously this is like the second or third time you told me that, so you don't understand either. And that everybody knew they was gonna do that video that day. No one did nothing. No, I understand everybody knew they was gonna do that video that day, meaning that the police was gonna be there watching. So why would they go do something to these dudes when obviously they got their own cameras there? And 9 times out of 10, the police and the feds know that they're going to be there. And they probably hide it in the cut waiting for somebody to do something. This is what I mean by I'm not trying to defend or hold any point or position up. But if we look at certain things just logically, that's all I want to do. And it don't make any logical reason for the people that want to do something to 6ix9ine to show up while he's shooting the video and do something. They're increasing their chances of being caught. Rule don't nobody see them. Dot Jones says, I think 6ix9ine trying to be like Treyway without the crime. Well, yeah, I can see them trying to be like Treyway without the crime, but the problem is when he starts beefing with these dudes that he was beefing with before, and when he was beefing with before, shit was really popping off. These dudes, Harv and Shotty and them, they really was smacking niggas and pulling out the fucking blicky. That shit was really happening. Is these dudes he running with right now ready for that same energy? That shit wasn't happening because they was just gangster. That shit was also happening because it was necessary. You understand? Because of the way 6ix9ine was moving, it was necessary for these niggas to be pulling guns out on people every 5 minutes and slapping the shit out of other people. So now what are you going to do when you the dudes that's rolling with him now talking about y'all go wherever y'all want to go, and motherfuckers got that type of energy? So y'all ready to shoot at Shotty was running down the street how many times? Letting off? So that's all I'm saying. Are we going to be logical about this, or are we just going to hate from one side or love from the other? What up? It's easy. Said good morning, Frost. Thanks for the content. Appreciate you. Shout out to Mark A. Says, yeah, Genie, I guess that's how you say it, is an energy drink. He probably gave them shares something to look forward to. Don't have the slightest idea. Shout out to all of those things. ODS says facts. Past beef, even now, still dissing the dead. Violence is a bond. About you say violence is something that happened. They want it or not. Bound to happen. Whether they want it or not. Okay, I agree. I agree. That's actually the point I'm making. Salute. Shout out to Prince to me. Put the Cash App in the chat. Let's get 5 to 10 $10 drops to the Cash App, y'all. We not killing it this morning? I think we killing it this morning. KC says the goon said they've been taking risks before. Academics asked them the question if they ready. Okay, so this is what I need to explain. There's a difference between doing something risky and no one sees you coming and being the focal point of an attack. I'm just saying there's a difference. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But I think that there's a difference from being able to come into the game or do something and people don't expect you. You're unexpected. And in contrast with being the focal point of something. I think that there's a difference. Am I wrong? I want to know. Am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Put it in the chat. Maybe it's the exact same thing. Maybe catching people by surprise isn't an advantage. I don't know. Put it in the chat. I want to know what you guys think. But don't forget, these dudes went to jail. And a lot of the reason why Shotty went to jail was defending Tekashi, defending 6ix9ine, preventing people from shitting on him or disrespecting him in public. So that means if you're going to be the gang that's running with 6ix9ine, you have to be ready to actively go out there and commit crimes. You have to actively be ready to go out there and shoot at the ops. You got to actively be ready to go out there and scrap with the ops. You got to actively be ready to be in do or die situations with the ops. Now, this is the thing. Remember when he was running through the street and he was behind Shotty? Shotty was able to protect him or make sure he don't get shot and killed. Are these new dudes able to do that? Or is he really going to become a pack? Are these... I can't tell if I turn the stove off. Is these new dudes going to be able to... Let me just make sure. Is these new dudes going to be able to... No. Stove is on. Right? There we go. See. Coffee. Get some of those coffees in me. We put a little bit of that warm water in the coffees. I put a little bit of the warm water in the coffee so I could just warm it up a little. Make it a little bit more toasty. These dudes out here trying to play checkers with fucking... These dudes out here trying to play chess with fucking rolled up socks. What are you talking about? What you talking about? They don't got no pieces. Yeah, be an active trash test dummy. My dude, they literally going on the internet saying that they're Tekashi's new gang. Do you understand what Tekashi's old gang is all locked up and in jail? People think a lot of this shit is put for play. A lot of this shit that's happening ain't for play, man. A lot of people, there's people locked up and in jail, man. And it doesn't seem like he's contrite. It doesn't seem like he's remorseful. And I'm not saying that he needs to be like, oh man, woe is me, those people went to jail. I'm not saying that at all. But there's a certain level of, I had involvement in some of the things that happened. And while I share blame for, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's one of the main reasons why people are upset at him. And I had an ingenious way of conveying this while still staying strong. But they keep doing these, I don't know what the fuck you want to call them shits that they're doing. They want to have drink champs. Artie D Glasses is called Humbling Himself. Yeah, they're trying to make drink champs or something. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to like drink champs or something. So, shout out to that. Or what, $1 million worth of game type of atmosphere. That's what they're trying to do, but they don't have the personalities for that. Shout out to DJ Academics, but DJ Academics is not Gillian Wallow. DJ Academics is not Nori. Shout out to DJ Academics, but he does not have that type of charisma. Not like those guys. Those guys' charisma is chef's kiss. What the fuck? Those guys' charisma are off the chains. He does not have... He's not even... Not for nothing. DJ Academics is just really smart and good at his job and a great journalist. He is not at all charismatic. He's a great journalist, though. Great journalist. He's such a good journalist that he doesn't have to have charisma. That says a lot. That says a lot. Imagine, I'm going to say it like this. Imagine having such a good jump shot that you don't need to have a handle, basically. But if you shoot that shit, it going in. If you shoot that shit, it's going in. But if you could make him put that bitch on the deck, you're gonna have problems. But if you shoot that shit, it's going in. It's DJ Academics. You shoot that shit, it's gonna go in. And nigga journalism is bar none. He does better journalism work than a lot of these established media outlets that's been here for years and years and years. He does, he's just doing journalism on different things. So what he speaks on, he's great at it. But his charisma is terrible. He has no charisma. And that's why that thing that he's trying to do, it just doesn't work. If you notice, every time they do these round talks, he is not leading the conversation. He's the biggest personality there. How's he not leading the conversation? You understand what I'm saying? So that's just, something that helped them. If you don't think it makes sense to me, just go speak to a professor at any journalism school that does any type of round tables of any kind. He's the biggest, and it's his show. He should be leading the conversation, not just be sitting there while everybody else talk. You understand? People could just go to these individuals' Instagram and listen to them talk. He's supposed to be leading the conversation. He's not. He got too lit to lead the conversation, possibly. But you understand what I'm saying? Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. If this is bad criticism, if I'm being petty, let me know what you think. Am I being petty? Is this bad criticism? Am I wrong? I just want to hear the criticism you have from me intelligently. I just don't want you to call me a bitch ass nigga and keep it pushing. People be like, you a bitch ass nigga. You be like, what? Get out of here. You be like, yo, why can't you take criticism? What the hell? All of the things. What the hell's going on over here, man? You need to get off of the drugs. Like, I know you said the weed is all you're doing. I don't know at this point. Shout out to Mark A. He says, Wack 100 said that if he knew Hassan was talking down on him in the gang, he would have fought him on the podcast. Hassan responds, he would have been coughing up blood. All right, so just so we're clear, Hassan is always talking down on everyone that he's talking to. So, I don't know. I think Wack 100 after it. I think they don't know what kind of beast they're dealing with when they're dealing with Hassan. Hassan is going to be beefing with them in a minute. Watch. In a minute, Hassan going to be beefing with them. Watch. All of them. Watch. He's setting it up right now. I already seen some of the conversation he's having with them. He's setting it up right now for Hassan to be going directly against all of them. Watch. And it's going to blow Hassan out of the stratosphere. Watch. I'm telling you what's about to happen. I'm telling you. That's why when somebody came here the other day and was like, I got no problems with Hassan. I already know what's about to happen for that man. Hassan about to blow up like crazy. Because once again, Hassan has charisma. None of those guys have charisma. They don't want to play with him. They just don't know. Nope, I have zero charisma, Ice Cube. ICD Cube. I have no charisma. I am the least charismatic of the charismatics of the least. I'm as charismatic as a clam. There you go. I don't think that was good. I want to take that back. I'm as charismatic as a wall of sheetrock. There you go. I'm as charismatic as that. I don't really give a fuck. Black Power Cross says academics is great at sitting on other people's laps. I can tell for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that, Black Power Cross. God dang it. Ain't nobody got time for that, man. What the fuck? Nobody got time for that. God damn it, man. Oh, man. I got zero charismas. I'm trying to get on the line where they passing the charismas out. I got on the ugly line. It was all of the accidents and shit. I got to the front. They was like, you here already? Oh, man. What we doing? Actually, I got on the handsome lines. So we could be clear. Mark A says, academics is smart as hell. Academics is smart as hell. He's going to sign Son. He going on a podcast, and Son going to have the biggest podcast in the world. Yeah, sign him. I think you can sign Hassan and he's still going to beef with you and try to talk down on you and be disrespectful. Don't matter. It's Hassan. He beefs. That's what he does. Tell me what Hassan does besides beef. Tell me one thing that Hassan Campbell does besides beef. I'm not knocking him, and I'm not dragging him, and this is not me coming at him, just so we can be clear. I'm saying he's really good at what he does. I'm saying he's better at what he does than these guys are at what they do. I'm literally saying that. Tell me what Hassan does besides beef. Tell me anything else he's doing. Shout out to Leon Bernard. Salute. Tell me what Hassan does besides beef. Anyone. Can anybody think of one thing he does on his platform besides beef? Everything is a beef. So these guys have to know by dealing with him, sooner or later, he's going to be beefing with them. Everything is beef. So yeah, he's going to be beefing with those guys sooner or later. He might not sign with academics. If I was him, I wouldn't sign with academics. I don't care what he offered me. He couldn't offer me enough money if I was Hassan. He couldn't offer me enough money. As soon as academics pull up on me talking about trying to sign me, I would immediately turn around and call up Spotify and different joints like that. Immediately. As soon as that nigga came to me with a contract, I'd be like, word, you want to sign me? You know what? Let's talk after lunch. And then I'm going, and then the next thing you know, I'm calling everybody up like, yo, boom, boom, boom. Hassan Campbell over here is on the lines. Academics isn't going to approach him like that unless he already has a deal on the table. So I just call the people, and I call the people directly. Because and if it was me personally, I'm not saying I would need to do that. What I am saying is Hassan Campbell is a beef guy. So him signing the DJ Academics don't make sense for his brand. If Hassan Campbell signs with the main... Hassan Campbell needs to be in the DJ Academics beef more than he needs to be doing anything else. Why sign with the guy? It don't make sense. Yes, I ask people what they want to talk about, but just because you put something in the chat to talk about, that don't mean I have to talk about it, right? Yeah, so that's my point I'm trying to make. That way it makes sense. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Hassan Campbell needs a DJ academic, a proper DJ academics boost would be like a Drake stimulus package for Hassan Campbell. I promise you. And Hassan Campbell was seen in the set. Well, I promise you. Academics is gonna wish he never fucked with this side of YouTube. I promise you. Watch. Shout out to that shit. He gonna wish he never messed with this side of YouTube. I promise you. I promise you. His platform is gonna be fine. Academics is academics. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be annoying. That's what I'm saying. He might not care. It might just be a slight annoyance. I don't know. It might just be a slight annoyance. Who knows? But this dude, he's gonna blow up. He's about to go after all of these guys. I'm listening to him talk to Tekashi, and I'm like, wait, hold on. They talking to this guy on purpose? Why should anyone's run end? No one's run should end. Why should anybody's run end? I think that's the problem with the way that people in general think. Since you think runs should end, how can you be your best self for a long extended amount of time? You're already putting limits on yourself. You think runs end. I've played basketball games where the other team didn't score. I've played 2K games where my team got like 80 and the other team got like 15. Once you think runs can end, you limit your own potential. But so I'm not in that conversation, and I never thought that anybody's run should end. Period. I mean, if you talk about somebody's athletic physical prowess, then okay, I'm here for that. But if you're talking about somebody's ability to create content or come up with ideas and or execute ideas, why should that ability be lost unless they lose their, I guess, cognitive functions? With that being said, did y'all see what happened to Joe Biden the other day? He gave a whole speech. Then at the end of the speech, he turned and shook hands with air. Like nobody was standing there. He turned to shake hands. What the fuck is he doing? Then he turned around and he was lost on stage. I guess all the clapping confused him. Yeah, I guess all the clapping. I'm going to explain something. And this is the shit that's hilarious to me. Y'all do know loud noises confuse people that got dementia, right? Y'all know this, right? Like, I'm not saying nothing new to you, right? You know when a person has dementia, loud noises and shit like that startle them. Y'all know that, right? It confuses them. They started clapping. He didn't know what to do. He got confused. He got frustrated. That's what everybody saw on that stage. That's our president, y'all. Shout out to that. Oceanic Vibes is facts. Trump's been saying this since 2009 about Sleepy Joe. Yeah. 2019 is what you meant to put. Yeah, since the election. Yeah. Shit's crazy. I'll see it and I laugh because there's people that said vote for him. And I know that there's going to be people that's going to say they're going to try to tell us where to vote next election. And I'm just going to be sitting here and I'm going to be telling y'all about it. And I'm like, remember when these same people said vote for Joe? They didn't come back after the fact when Joe was fucking up and talk about how Joe was fucking up. They just stayed quiet. They just stay quiet. Right? Boom. Guess what? If my channel was actually dead, there would never be a troll here. Do you understand the irony of that? If my channel was actually dead, there would never be a troll here. No hater would ever show up. They would have other people to hate on. The people that hate me would never show up if my channel was dead. I wouldn't have been able to read your comment because the channel would be dead. You wouldn't be here to troll. So the fact that you show up is proof that my channel isn't dead. And that's actually a scientific type of equation we just spoke on, just so you could be have a clear understanding. Oshi, I told you I'm ready today. Oceanic Vibe says, how has it been dead? He has 160K views in the last 30 days. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. You can find that out. I didn't even know you could find that out. Shout out to that shit. I don't know what to tell you. Shout out to St. Louis Finest. He says, salute, bro, salute. I don't know what to tell you. Could we get some drops to the Cash App? We can prove they're not dead. That's one way we can prove it's not dead. We got 86 people in here. Let's see if we can get 10 of y'all to drop $10. Let's prove to them they're not dead. I'm trying to get some dollars, and I'm also trying to make a point. But so I'm trying to do two things right now. Let's see who's gonna pull up and be a part of this point that I'm trying to make to this asshole. Just saying. There's literally footage on the internet of people bringing their kids to the park to play with me. You do know this, right? Hold on. It's also on this phone, so I can't show you right now. I got other video footage. You know, I literally have video footage of people bringing their kids to the park to play with me while you're asking people, would you have people or their kids around me, around your family? You know that, right? And I like that. I like when people bring their kids out to shoot hoops and stuff like that. So I appreciate those people. I don't really got nobody in my life, and that's a big part of my day. That's a fact. I love when I go out there and people bring their kids out and we shoot hoops and we play. That's the only social interaction I really get. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. That shit is dope. But yeah, I got that. So for the people that's like, would you have them around your kids? People that bring their kids to the park, man. Salute to those people. That's a fact. I love y'all. That's a fact. Oceanic Vibe says, Chrome has an extension that lets you know how many views in the channel has in the last 30 days. You has much views as some channels with 5 times the subs. Oh, really? Salute to that. Yeah, salute to that. I don't think I'm going to be going out there today because it's going to be chilly today, but it's going to be warm tomorrow. I'm going to go out there tomorrow, probably. You know, I like going out there before the people that got something to prove get out there, because I don't got nothing to prove. You know, people think that, I'm going to say something real quick. I'm not one of those people that you come up to and be like, yo, you ain't shit, and then I feel like I got to prove to you I'm not. Like, I don't got to prove to you I'm not. That make me not want to show you how good I am. You understand what I'm saying? When people come try to be disrespectful of my skills, sometimes that make me not want to show you how good I am. I don't want you to experience this greatness. And that's how I be feeling. And that's arrogant. I get it. But I've done some great things in my life. I've done some dope shit. So I really be feeling that way. So when people be coming up to me and they be being disrespectful to me and I don't like you, I be like, you know what? I don't want you to see greatness. Shout out to Black Hoodie. Salute to the Black Spades. So that's why when people be at the park and they act crazy, they be like, yo, look, I don't got to play here. And I'm just fine shooting by myself. I don't even care to play with other people. Be honest with you. Because other people just want to argue most of the time. So I don't even be trying to win when I be playing with other people most of the time. You can ask my brother. He'll tell you. He said it before. I don't even always be trying to win. I just be happy to be on the court doing something. You know, fuck it. Everybody else is having a good time. I'm having a good time too. Should be funny. Funny as hell. Yeah, everybody having a good time. I'm having a good time too, man. It is what it is. It's about progress sometimes. It's not always about all that other shit. Shout out to Jay Hodges with the $10 drop. He says, we alive. Who's next? We got 9 more to go. Who's next? We got 9 more to go. Who's next? I was walking home the other day, and somebody was like, "Yo, you coming to the park?" So I was like, "Nah, I'm not coming to the park." And they was like, "Oh man." So I feel good. But I was just not coming to the park because my back was hurt. I wasn't not coming to the park because I didn't feel like playing with nobody at that moment. My back was just hurt, not for nothing. That's why I didn't go to the park that time. But yeah, I don't like going places where people just want to argue with me. I just be like, I don't got time for this. I don't got time for this. Oh, I kicked you for no reason. I'm gonna apologize about that. Your question is, honest question, Jack. Do you sure you should have been on that podcast given all the time you put into the Treyway case? That's the question was. I unkicked them. Apologies about that. Whenever anybody says honest or something like that, and usually those are the words the troll use. So whenever I see people using certain words, sometimes I kick them without even thinking about it because the trolls come in here and they always try to be friendly and then say some fuckery. You understand what I'm saying? But I read your whole comment, so I heard what you said. So I think I was wherever I was supposed to be. I don't think me and him could have. I don't think I could have. My interview style necessarily works well in a chaotic forum where everybody is just yelling at each other. So that day, everybody was just yelling at each other. I mean, yeah, I would have liked to be there if it meant some kind of, more visibility. It's gonna help my platform, things as such. But it's not like me being there could have had any real conversation or could have added anything to the actual content because they was just having a yelling and screaming match anyway, right? Am I wrong? Or I mean, if I'm wrong, I mean, I'm. What do y'all guys think? Am I wrong? It sounded like they was just having a yelling and screaming match, right? So the way I speak and the way that I convey information, that's not going to necessarily. It's not going to behoove me to be in that situation. I'm going to be sitting there most of the time listening, more than participating. And then also, a person like me, the type of points I try to bring up, I don't know if that'll be a place where we're gonna be able to really discuss certain things. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know. I got other things I'm thinking about. If I could have been there, I could have been there. If I couldn't have been there, I couldn't have been there. Obviously, they couldn't either get in contact with me or some shit, or didn't want me, or they didn't need me. They definitely didn't need me, just so we can be clear. But I don't know. Anyway, what else y'all want to talk about? It was like a Fresh and Fit podcast. It was I don't know what to tell you. What up, I Love Productions? It was a free fall. That's what they had, free falls, right? Hassan Campbell and Wack beefing now. What the hell is going on? Hassan Campbell is gonna be beefing with all of them. That's one. Two, Hassan Campbell and Wack was beefing previously, wasn't they? I mean, no, it's okay. I'm not even thinking about. I don't even think about that stuff no more. Non Bigness says, "Good morning, BBN. Yes, that was a waste of time. Nothing was accomplished. 3 drunk people screaming, but that Jim Jones being CI number 2 was interesting." Send me a video you looked at with a timestamp, please, Non Bigness. I want to look at directly what you looked at and what you're specifically talking about, and then I'll address it later on tonight or in a different video. Gary Crawford says 6ix9ine does that a lot. He acts like his point can't be heard unless he yells. Okay, so if you pay very close attention to somebody, you could tell what kind of abuse they went through. I'm assuming when he gets anxious, he can't help it. So I'm also, that's one of the reasons why I think him trying to get his point across on a platform like that is always going to sound like gibberish. I mean, they can keep trying, though. What the fuck, right? Why not? Yeah, keep trying. But to me, I think it's always going to sound like gibberish. I don't think there's no other way for that to happen. Tori Mosley said, Wack said 6ix9ine showed him paperwork saying, no, I need to see it. He needs to show us then. And the reason why I say he needs to show us, because how many times Wack said something, and then when people make videos about it and it gets proven wrong, he say, why did y'all believe me in the first place? No. So Wack just sometimes says things. You understand what I'm saying? So people need to start holding him to a different standard now. You know, too many times that he said something, and then when it got found out to be that it wasn't necessarily above board, he then said, well, why was y'all listening to me in the first place? Y'all just believe anything that y'all hear. So me knowing he said that, factually knowing that he said that, I think they need to show us how he's CI number 2. If they can't show us how he's CI number 2, it don't mean shit. If they can show us the CI number 2, then I think that that's a conversation we should have. And then I think we should revisit a lot of the paper, a lot of the transcripts. But unless they can prove he's CI number 2, what are you talking about? This is what I mean by people just saying a thing. You understand what I'm saying? He's just saying a thing. Does he have any proof? And this is not me saying somebody accusing somebody of something like, where's the proof? No. I'm saying this has already been a topic that, as far as we know, have been debunked. So do you have any new evidence? Do you have any new reason why we need to bring this up? As far as we know, this has been debunked. Is that fair? Or does am I fair? Is that fair? I don't know if that's fair. I think that's fair. I think I'm being fair. I might not be being fair, though. I think I'm being fair. I think that's... Anyway. I think they need to just stop talking about Jim Jones. I think that it just would behoove them if they found a different topic of... at least for a little while. At least for a little while. If they found something else to focus on, I think it'll behoove them. If they find something positive to focus on, it'll be a real win. For real. Because if he start doing something positive, and then the people that's dragging him, then that, they're hurting. Yeah, if I'm saying I get involved in something really, really positive. But once again, it's hard to get involved in something positive if all your music is talking about how you want to kill niggas and kill your ops. Casey said, remember, Sauce Walker comes to Bushwick, Brooklyn. He was with same goon 6ix9ine with. Okay. I'm not saying that those dudes aren't goons, just so we can be clear. What up, artist formerly known as an Andre? He says, Wack 100 might be publicity. Yeah, Wack and Hassan might be publicity. Absolutely. I don't think that is real at all. I don't think that's real at all. That's what I was trying to explain when I say that you get Hassan Campbell to beef. You don't get Hassan Campbell to not beef. You get Hassan Campbell to beef. That's why you get him. KC says, remember Sauce Walker came to Brooklyn. He was with them same dudes. I'm not saying that them dudes is not goons. I'm not saying them dudes is not whatever. What I'm saying is you have to understand the energy that comes with 6ix9ine. The energy that came with 6ix9ine got Treyway locked up in the jail right now. Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm wrong. I'm just saying that they have to understand the energy that comes with them. This isn't a regular fucking artist. This is somebody that isn't even somebody who only ratted. This is somebody who actively pursues hate on the internet with people and organizations that actually physically want to do something to him. I just think that the situation is different. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. The fuck do I know? I've been thinking I know stuff. As far as I can tell, that makes perfectly good sense. But what the hell do I know? Well, I think it's staged, but it don't matter whether it's staged or not. You only get Hassan Campbell if you want beef. If you want a beef, you get Hassan Campbell. What up, New York Silver Stack? It says 6ix9ine definitely added fuel to the fire, but them dudes was under investigation for a minute before 6ix9ine came in. Maybe they dealing with 6ix9ine so the investigation don't fall on them. Maybe this dealing with 6ix9ine is gonna allow for them to not, some of them not to go to jail. Anybody thinking about that? KC says academics asked them if they ready for that. They said yeah. Hassan says if they get locked up and stay solid and nobody snitch. Well, they're literally doing stuff with a known snitch. So if they get in trouble and get locked up, they can stay as solid as they want. ODS says, it was funny when Hassan said 6ix9ine a rat, them follow up by telling him his crew to stay 10 toes down. Marcus G says, just want to ask them dudes around them, do they know what happened to the last security guards? Do you understand why Treyway was the best security? They were the best security because them dudes were on call and they showed up. Let's see if these guys can show up. They're going to be asked to show up, most likely. Let's see if they can. Is that fair? Put it in the chat if that's fair. Also put in the chat whether you think they're going to be able to, live up to Treyway. I'll be right back. Let me know. Put it in the chat. I want to know if you think they're going to be able to live up to their previous, to the security that they are now coming behind. Okay, what y'all saying so far? Let's see what you got. Yeah, that's crazy. He said after he told him to say 10 tones down. I don't know what to tell you. Oceanic says, Treyway took care of him at the airport. Let's see what them people do. Treyway had a fight at the airport. Treyway had a fight at Yams. Treyway pulled out on numerous individuals in Brooklyn. Treyway slapped the shit out of Trippie Redd. Treyway got in trouble for, but I'm not saying that they did it, pulled up beside a van and let off and shot up the van that had some people in it that was being security for some rappers that they didn't like. Let's see what else Treyway did. Treyway shot up the fucking Barclays. Treyway did a lot more than some shit at the airport. That's the point in which I'm trying to make. Oliver Grayson says, it feels like a new era they trying to make. Rat and Cool. Prodigy warned us years ago. That's a fact. KC says, yeah, I think they rocking heavy with 6ix9ine. I have no idea. The Art of D-Class, they rocking heavy with that money. I don't know that much. Art of D-Glasses, I'm not saying more on this. I'm going to sit back with popcorn and watch how this animated movie plays out while smacking. I'm here with you on that one, Art of D-Glass. That's a whole fact. They've been rocking with him since before Fame. I'm not saying that they have not, KC. I am not saying that these aren't his dudes. I'm not saying that he doesn't previously have a relationship with them. I'm saying, one, that comment that they made doesn't necessarily sound like they're really all in. I don't care what they're saying. It doesn't sound like they're all in. That's one. Two, Are they ready to do the things that Treyway was ready to do? That's two. Are they ready? Put it in the chat. I want to know who think they ready to carry the Treyway bags. American Link says, I think Treyway was trying to make a name in the industry also. Absolutely agree with you on that. They did a lot of shit that was unnecessary. Oh, Diaz says, don't forget they kidnapped him and did his baby moms. They did it all. They did every. As far as these rumors are, they did all of the things. Oceanic Vibe says, and they took care of him that whole year. Should have been longer if 6ix9ine would have had that money for them sooner. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Also, as I've been telling y'all from the rip, I never expected to interview 6ix9ine, and I still don't. I don't expect to. I mean, if it happens, it happens, but I don't expect to. In order for him to talk to me, he's gonna have to be in a position where he want to come clean and be honest. I'm not even sure that's the best thing for him to do. I don't know. I mean, there's tons of shit I don't know. Maybe it is the best thing for him to do. Only he would know that. And then he's going to have to also want to have an adult conversation. And it seems like the platforms he prefer to be on is the ones where everybody yell and scream at each other. So that's not something I'm looking for. Like, there's something, pardon me, that's something that if it happened, it would be a real blessing. I would love for that thing to happen. I don't have, there's no way, there's not even a way I can make that happen. Like, we don't got people to go up in chats and put BB in. We don't, like, hearing this, like, I don't think about things happening that I don't consider possible. Like, if it's something I don't consider possible, I don't think it happening. You know all the things I would have to do in order to get a 6ix9ine video. You know the visibility that we interview. You know the visibility we would have. We don't. That's not gonna happen. I mean, I'm just speaking from an honest standpoint. If I think things are impossible, I don't think about them. Yeah, that's just, yeah. So if I think something's impossible, I just generally don't think about it. Yeah. Hold on, let me see who's there. Some people just outside. What the fuck? And this is literally coming from a guy that dribbles the ball, and I have dribbling combinations that I don't even think anybody's ever thought of. So yeah, when I think something's impossible, I don't even think about it. I don't even think about it. Oceanic Vibe says if Shotty or Mel was free, 6ix9ine wouldn't be dissing. He would have released the I'm sorry type of music his label wanted him to drop when he got out. Well, okay, so this is the number one issue. Nobody in their right mind is going to think he's a gangster no matter how much he screams about being a gangster. The only people that's going to think he's a gangster is children. And then once children start getting older, they're going to know he's not a gangster. So he got a bigger problem. In my opinion. I could be wrong. I think he has a bigger problem. And that problem isn't going to resonate until like a year or two from now. And about a year or two from now, he's going to have a different problem. And the problem is going to be that he's... What's going to happen when his gang gets put into a situation where they got to kill somebody? What do you think is going to happen? Are you going to kill somebody for somebody who's a known rat? Knowing for a fact that murder, it doesn't, the law of the statutes of limitations don't round. Are you going to kill somebody for somebody that's a known rat? That's playing in the fucking street? I'm just asking. I'm not trying to be a dick. Shout out to them. Told you, this guy's gonna have a conversation with me. He's gonna have to be honest. When he talking to Hassan Campbell, he don't gotta be honest. Hassan Campbell is one of those, shout out to him, but he's one of those do a favor, give a favor guys. Talking to me, you're gonna have to be honest. I don't want nothing. They made it very clear they doing it for the bag. They made it very clear they was doing it for the bag once they said, well, you know, besides the being clear on it, once I heard him say, what he said? Something about, we don't jack rats. This the only, we never be around rats. This the only rat we jacking. Come on now. You already know what it is. And I'm not mad at them. They're saying, yo, look, we gotta get to the bag too. I'm not mad at them. Street niggas should probably be pissed. Yeah, street dudes should probably be all of the angries. Black Power Force says 6ix9ine has to mature before Force does an interview. It's not gonna, basically, what sense would it make for him and me to be sitting in any interview where he's screaming at the top of his lungs and I'm screaming at the top of my lungs? They already doing that. Is that helping his situation? Is that hurt? It's doing whatever it's doing. I don't know what it's doing. It's doing whatever it's doing. I think he looked extremely bad with those dudes in that interview. That shit that dude said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think he looks extremely bad after the dude quite blatantly said, we don't like rats. 6ix9ine is the only rat we jacking. I think that was, how do you say that? Like, this is really what you said? They didn't edit this out. They did not edit this out. Yo, I don't know. Yo, they really didn't edit that out, though. You know, I'm thinking about that shit right now. That shit was not live. They could have edited that out. Somebody did not edit that out. Yo, that shit was not live, yo. Somebody didn't edit that out. Oh, wow. I'm just thinking about that shit right now. That should have been edited out. You gotta edit that out. You can't let that go. That gotta get edited out. You can't have that up there. You gotta edit that out, man. They gotta figure something out. They gotta do a smash cut or something. Go look up smash cut. You know what I'm talking about. They gotta do a smash cut or something. They gotta edit that out. That's a factual statement. Niggas be like, feds knew it all. That's why they came. Artie D. Glass says, my spider sense would have tingled from the moment he said it. At that side, real quick. When he said it, Tekashi's face did the... You gotta look at Tekashi's face when he said that shit. Man, that dude is playing in the wrong jungle. I don't know what to tell you. Odia says, I mean, it's definitely more views having anyone call him a rat to his face. Yeah. How many people still get good things to say about 6ix9ine. I don't know. St. Louis Finest, salute St. Louis Finest, says they got to know 6ix9ine gonna throw them under the bus. They done. Hope they got his bag. Dude, they're literally being security, I guess, for a dude that you're probably gonna have to shoot somebody for, who's a rat. I don't know what to tell you. It don't make sense. Oh man, I'm gonna break my brain. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, I'm gonna be a shooter for you, knowing the nigga's a snitch of the highest caliber. This nigga's a whole 50 caliber snitch. These niggas is putting themselves in a situation. They might have to shoot and kill somebody. Look, shout out to all of this shit, man. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I'm staying clear of them dudes. Like if I was I'm saying if I was somebody that was street dude, either looking for a gang to be with or looking for a gang to beef with, or just beefing with gangs, I'm steering clear of those guys. All those guys, y'all gotta stay over there, man. Y'all playing in piranha infested waters, man. They don't see it like that. They see it as their friends since back then. They grew up together. They shared food. Look, I'm not telling them not to do the thing. Go do the thing. I'm not knocking anyone. I think all the things need to be done. I'm just making the specific point of whether they realize it or not. He's a person that they might have to shoot a nigga for. When you shoot a nigga, he might die. They might have to shoot a nigga for him. That's a fact. If you shoot somebody, they might die. That's a fact. He's a known snitch, and that's a fact. I'm not saying anything else other than those three facts as far as us talking on that point. Tell me where I'm wrong. I'm here. I'm listening. I want some peaches. I just tasted peaches. I want some peaches so bad. My brain just tasted peaches. I want some peaches so bad. There's these peaches I bought from the store. My brain just tasted peaches. They said they're not looking for problems, but if problems come for them, they're going to handle it. Okay, so once again, Tekashi 6ix9ine beefs with everyone on the internet, right? With other rappers. And part of the beefs that he do is talk about they dead ops, right? So Tekashi 6ix9ine is actively going out onto the internet and calling for people to come to him and bring him problems. Now I'm going to reread your comment. They said they're not looking for problems, but if they come towards them, they're going to handle it. I don't know what to say at this point. I'm not attacking the guy. I'm just only saying shit that makes sense and is logical. Have I said anything that's illogical so far? Have I said even one thing that you consider to be illogical? Let me know. Put it in the chat. They ready for whatever. They stand up guys, not gangsters. I'm right with you. Boom. They're ready for whatever. If problems come to them, they're going to handle it. With that being said, 6ix9ine goes on the internet basically every other day or every day or just enough, and he talks about other gangs dead homies. You know what happens when you talk about other people's dead homies? Anybody here know what happens when you talk about other people's dead homies? I'm curious. Just because I don't know if anybody knows, that makes people want to bring problems to you. Alright, so hold on, let's read your comment again. They ready for whatever. They're ready for whatever. They're stand-up guys, not gangsters. Hold on, let's read your other comment also, just so we can be clear. They said they're not looking for problems, but if problems comes towards them, they're gonna handle it. Okay, so what does Tekashi 6ix9ine do on the internet all day? Let's read KC's comment. He says, dude, the dude that you say and said he don't jack rats, he's an old friend from 6ix9ine. He been jacking 6ix9ine before anything. That's why he would be down. I don't even know why you're telling me that. I'm not telling him that he shouldn't be jacking rats, nor 6ix9ine, nor be his friend, nor be down with him. I'm not arguing against any of those points that you're making, but you can also continue to make those points. I'm just saying that I'm not saying anything contradictory. J Mills says they're ready for whatever. They stand up guys, not gangsters. You have to be ready for the fade. These guys are gonna have to be ready to do shootings. You know that, right? Not the fade. These guys are gonna have to be ready for people to be jumping out with the choppers, probably. Right? I mean, and I'm not talking about the beef that 6ix9ine has with anybody that's locked up in jail. I'm only talking about the beef that he's going to be now creating. ODS says, facts. You can't say you're not looking for trouble, but yet letting him continue to diss the dead. Thank you very much. J Mills says, but they also said they all about positivity. Oh, man. J Mills says, but they also said they all about positivity. But rapping, dissing Little Durk and 6ix9ine Instagram, these guys, I don't know what to tell you. ODS says, no one wants a faded after you diss their dead friends and family. No one wants a fade after you've been talking about their friends and family. I agree. Black Power Cross says, once again, 6ix9ine has a chance to send black people to prison and send your own kind, bro. I don't want any of these black people nor non-black people to go to do anything that's going to send people to prison. Because if I'm wanting you to do something that might send you to prison, that means I want you to create a victim. And I don't want anybody to create victims. Sizzle Monopoly says a line. He says, when 6ix9ine says standing over your homie getting kicked in the head, he's talking about Nip. They missed that. I'm not even going to argue. You seen Billy Yallo pull up to their hood? I did not see Billy Yallo pull up to his hood. I can't follow that guy because he changes the Instagrams every other week. So I don't even try to follow that guy's page. Mr. Knott says you guys got to be ready to do shootings. They got to be ready to do shootings. Black Power Cross says you might be high, Frost. Peaches are gonna enhance your high. What are you? I eat peaches almost every day. Also, by the way, shout out to that shit. Make sure y'all eat fruit. For everybody that don't know, we need H2O, but we also need H3O. H3O is a different some other different types of hydration. For everybody that don't know, our body is mostly made up of water, but the water our body is made up isn't H2O. It's actually H3O. And H3O is found primarily in fruits. So, well, that's the easiest way for us to get a hold of it. So make sure that you eat fruits every single day, and especially if you're exercising, and especially if you're sweating so you can get rehydrated. You want H3O. Go look it up if you don't know, if you don't believe what I'm talking about. And shout out to the haters, because the haters are the main people that say that I'm always lying and I don't know what I'm talking about. So they're not going to look up any of this information. So they're not going to know nothing about H3O. But the rest of you, y'all going to know about H3O. Eat more fruits. 6ix9ine want to promote drill music isn't no drill music isn't. I haven't heard any positive drill music. Have you heard positive drill music? Who they drilling for Jesus? Let's go! Niggas is drilling for Jesus! Yeah, you're probably gonna make a bag up the energy drink right now. Niggas is drilling for Jesus. You gonna have Jesus drill music. They drilling for Jesus. You're gonna see them in the pews. New goons been the old goons. They been in the backpack. All right. Look, I'm not caring about none of that. Shout out to all of that shit. I'm just saying. Black Power Cross has a point. He's just lining up more people to go to jail. That's it. That's it. I don't know what to tell you. Shout out to J Mill. Shout out to Prince to Amir putting the chat in the chat. Prince to Amir, I'm gonna do the call again. I'm gonna call it out again, Prince to Amir. We'll see what happened. Shout out. Let's try to get 5 to 10 $10 drops to the Cash App, y'all. Come on, let's go. I'm gonna do the call again, Prince to Amir. Let's see let's see what happens. Shout out to Prince to Amir. Drilling for Jesus. Niggas talking about rolling up on the ops and shit. Niggas, it be Christian music. What they talking about rolling up on different sets, rolling up on different religions. It'll be just different religions making drill music about different religions and shit. How they rolling up on them. But they not shooting them though. They rolling up on them with prayer. Boom. They rolling up on them with prayer. I got the best prayer drill music. Let's go. Yeah, I tasted peaches and shit. Free the Billies, free Crippy. That's a fact. Free the Billies, free Crippy. That's a fact. If he don't interview, I'm just gonna rolling up the ops with crosses and holy water. Well, that's what the Christians is gonna have, crosses and holy water. You know, whatever, you know, religion they are, they're gonna have, you know, the thing involved in, you know, whatever they thing is, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna see the Jews with the dreidels and shit. Shit. Shout out to all religions out there. I don't really care about none of that shit. I'm not religious myself, but I do believe in the Most High. I do believe in following the word of the Most High, and that His Son was sent here and died for our sins. That's a fact. People crazy. People bananas. But y'all want to talk about, man? It's almost time for lunch, man. I'm hungry. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm starving. Anybody buying me lunch this morning, or y'all gonna, or we not, or I'm gonna. Anybody buying me lunch this morning, or I'm waiting for dinner? I'm gonna eat. I don't need nobody to buy me lunch. I'm just generally every day I say who's buying me lunch. Sometimes people buy me lunch. So be easy. I don't want nobody to be like Jack Ross is gonna starve if I don't send him money for lunch. I'm not gonna starve. But who's buying me lunch? I had to say that because sometimes I just say shit and people be like, "Yo, Jake, fools don't look." Nah, man, I got lunch money, motherfuckers. Who's buying it for me? Somebody buying me lunch? Oh shit! Did I put it on live chat? I might have not have put it on live chat the whole show. Put it on live chat. People could have been talking, not even have been saying it. I did it. It should have switched over this time. What y'all want to talk about, man? It's almost time for lunch. What y'all want to talk about? I'm talking about what y'all want to talk about. What y'all talking about? Is there any other topic you guys want to discuss? And thank you for actually pulling up into the chat, people that. And thank you for the people that. I understand that a lot of times people be at work and y'all can't always chat and stuff like that. I appreciate it, but I definitely appreciate the people that put the comments in it, so it don't all have to be just hate after hate after hate. I definitely appreciate that because sometimes it just be making me feel away. I'd be feeling away. I'd be like, motherfuckers is really in here watching these niggas just hate on me, comment after comment. Y'all niggas can't drop roast or nothing. I be like, what the fuck? I be like, oh man, I gotta get off this shit. This shit is pissing me off. He should be hugging 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine is gonna help him get to the bag. He's get to a new bag. So yeah, he should be helping. He should be hugging 6ix9ine. Why not? Chris, these dudes, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. One of the main reasons why I think he shouldn't be trying to do the image that he has now is because he's gonna get people hurt, and it's obvious now. So if anybody gets hurt now, or if anybody goes to jail now, there's no excuses. There's no you didn't know. There's no you as a civilian. There's no nothing. You're supposed to be older and wiser. There's no nothing. There's no nothing. You're supposed to be older and wiser. There's no nothing. I'm sorry. If anything happens at all that goes off course, his career is probably a wrap. He's not gonna be able to survive. Because it's one thing if you do something different and then that shit collapse. But if you keep doing the same thing and then that shit don't work, that's totally different. So if this shit, if let's say it's people die or get locked up and go to jail now, so then he's free. He don't go to jail, right? He just gets messed up for like a year or so, right? So now what is he gonna do now? Now he's gonna come back out. He's gonna go get himself with another gang, right? And he's gonna try to come back out and make music again, right? Now he got two sets of niggas locked up, or a set of niggas locked up and another set of niggas in the grave. And KC has no. I'm explaining something totally different. I'm not even talking about what you're talking about, but I get what you're saying. I'm not talking about what you're talking about. You're talking about whether they're his friends or not. I'm talking about what's gonna happen when he's out there in the world and some other niggas roll down on them and it's time for them to shoot niggas and kill niggas so they can walk up out of there. That's what I'm talking about. Oh wow. Appreciate you, Kate. Hit my cash app. Fucking Corey King. Is that the real Corey King or is that a fake Corey King? That's probably a fake Corey King page. Hit me on Instagram if that's the real Corey King. It's probably a fake Corey King. It was like, yo, watch this nigga jack eyes. And then anybody here they about to get some money, like, oh shit, wow, that's incredible. Yeah, I know I don't be believing shit. So this is damn way too good to be believed. Anyway, shout out to CK anyway. Whether that's the real CK or not, shout out to CK. I don't think that's the real CK. I believe. I'm gonna go check his page right now. I believe that there are no spaces in 212 Corey King. There are no spaces. That's not the real Corey King. There are no spaces. Oceanic Vibe says, he's known to have loose lips. When it gets real, I wouldn't trust it to be around him. And I'm saying that if those are his friends, he's inviting them into a situation where there's going to be a lot of gunfire, or there's a possibility of it. What's going to happen after they kill people? What's going to happen? Right? What's going to happen? And just so we could be clear, I'm pretty sure that I wouldn't put that past the real CK, that if he went somewhere and got to the bag and he thought a nigga needed a couple of bucks, that he'd throw me a couple of bucks. I would never put that past the real CK. The real CK got heart as big as shit. So whoever just put that in there knowing that the real CK, like his heart is big as shit. Like he really a good dude, for real, for real. For real, for real. Shout out to CK. Oceanic Vibe says he's gonna pull up Barclays and tell the police everything on live. Yeah, he did do that. Shout out to Black Power Cruz with the $5 drop. What did the 5 fingers? Say to the face. I'm gonna apologize for not doing the saloon right now. Our Love Music says you have to watch who you hang with. The wrong type of friend can get you into ish, old or new. Yeah, that's a fact. But I think I don't know what KC's particular point is. I think his point is that those guys aren't gonna aren't gonna switch on him. I think that's his point. That his KC is trying to make the point that those guys are solid as far as 6ix9ine is concerned, and they're not going to turn on him. And I'm saying he believes that they're not going to turn on him, but you don't never know what people are going to do in the line of fire. You never know what people are going to do. There's niggas that snitch on their own brothers. There's niggas that snitch on their wives. There's people that snitch on their own kids. There's kids that snitch on their parents. Like, you don't never know. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not going to stand here and say that they would never turn on that nigga or that he would never turn on them. What I'm saying is that we know for a fact that he has snitched on people. Are you going to go pull the trigger for a nigga you know to be a known rat? Who in here is going to pull the trigger for somebody besides KC? Because KC would. For 6ix9ine, I'm assuming. And this is not me trying to be presumptuous. This is me saying, because of your comments that you made, I would assume that for 6ix9ine you would. So with the exception of KC, who in here would catch a body for a rat? Who in here would catch a body for somebody who's a snitch? Who in here would not catch a body for somebody who's a snitch? Let's put both of those up there so everybody has a reason to comment. So if you're just not commenting, you just either can or you don't want to. Who in here, just so we can be clear, would catch a body for a snitch? You do know if you catch a body for a snitch, both of y'all are on that body. My point is, they not looking at him like a rat. They see him as family. So when shots get let off, of course they've been with the people. They not looking at it like that. Okay, but that's not... I'm not talking about how they're looking at it. I'm not discussing how they're looking at it. I can't really discuss how they're looking at it, okay? They're not looking at it like that. I'm talking about actual facts. I'm saying, now I'm asking, who will go shoot at people and catch a body and put somebody under for somebody who's a known snitch, a known rat? Who would do that? I wouldn't. I personally would not. I would like to know who would. And if you wouldn't, you could also comment and say you wouldn't. I'm a whole square. I'm trying to avoid trouble so much that you don't understand how much I'm trying to avoid problems. Oceanic Vibe says, nowhere near rat, even if he was my blood brother. You don't have no idea how the extent I go through to avoid problems. Because quite frankly, when I try to tell y'all, people just want to argue with me for no reason. I'm not exaggerating. That's a factual statement. You have no idea how frustrating it is to talk to people. It's really frustrating for me. Salute the CK. We don't know if that's the real CK though. Let me check and see if they cloned his page. As far as I know, CK doesn't have any spaces in his name. Yeah, that's not the real CK page. That's a fake CK page. That's not the real CK page. But CK on that type of time, though. You're a cool nigga. That's a fake CK page, though. That's not the real CK. KC says, they clearly said they would, cause okay, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you think I'm saying. I don't know what you think I'm saying. You're talking about... Could somebody in here please explain that case to KC? I'm not talking about what he's talking about because I've agreed with the thing that you're saying that you're repeating. So I don't know why you keep repeating it. I don't understand what we're doing here. I don't know what we're doing. What are we doing? I don't know what we're doing. I need you to explain to me what we're doing. You keep telling me that they're saying that they're family. I've admitted that they're saying that they're family, and you keep telling me it. So I'm not coming at you. I'm trying to understand what's going on. I don't know why you keep repeating that. Like, are we okay if we discuss something else other than that? That's the question, I guess. I don't think them dudes are ready for a murder case either. And there's another place that I'm about to go with that in like 2 seconds. I'm not coming for you, kid. I just don't understand. And I'm trying to get an understanding. Because I'm discussing something totally different. And I think you think the thing you're saying is going contrary to my point. And what you're saying doesn't have anything to do with what I'm talking about. That would be like me saying, what color do you think I should paint this room? And then you say tickets to Fiji. Like, I don't understand. And I'd be like, what color? And you like, tickets to Fiji. And then every time I say what color, you try to explain to me about tickets to Fiji. So I don't understand. So that's what I'm asking. I just want to get a better understanding of what you're trying to say. Artie D Glass says, them dudes not ready for murder. No, I don't think so neither. And even more importantly, why would you create a situation that's gonna cause for your friends to have to murder somebody and go to jail in the first place? Like, why would you create that situation? Like, why would you go out, nobody's coming at you, you create a situation to make it so that the people that protect you got to go put their lives on the line? Why would you do that? That is not being gangster, by the way. I know he's going to say it's being gangster, but I don't think that's being gangster. Tell me where I'm wrong. Being gangster is going and putting your life, is going and finding ways for your people to go get themselves killed. I don't think that's being gangster. I'm perfectly fine with you telling me where I'm wrong. I'm perfectly open to hear about how I don't know what I'm talking about. Explain. Explain how it's gangster. And I'm here. Tori Mosley says these guys already have an exit plan from 6ix9ine. Would you link up with a dude that was a part of a gang? All of them dudes go to jail. He's got money. And he abandons those dudes to the point where he's not putting anything on those guys' books. They hate him, and he's also not doing anything for their family. Would you decide to bring your gang, your community, to be and stand side by side with that guy? I'm just curious. I think that's a fair question. Anybody? Can we get those likes up if y'all don't mind? We can get to 60 likes, right? We got 53. We can get to 60. We can get 7 more. Tori Mosley said exactly. They already planning on leaving him in the future after they cash out. I'm just curious because I think I'm asking good questions. I might not be raising good points. So if anybody thinks I'm not raising a good point, please feel free to explain it. Don't tell me I'm not raising a good point. Explain how my point is not good. Creating a terrible environment. Use your influences for good. At least no life-threatening, prison or otherwise. And so, Artie D Glass says the answer is no, point blank. Prince to Amir says no, I wouldn't have. I have boned. Neither would I have boned his baby moms. No, I wouldn't have did that. I'm not on that type of time. I'm not on that type of time. When I do something wrong, I have way too much guilt to be out there doing something like that. Treyway tried the same thing, but they got Rico before they played. Yep, they tried the same thing, and they got Rico before cashing out. That's a fact. Who said that? Tory Mosley? Tory Mosley is on it. Tory Mosley is on it. You know what, Tory Mosley? I'm going to let you slap a hater. Slap a hater, Tory Mosley. We got to get ready to get out of here anyway. I'm about to let y'all go. It's lunchtime. I'm feeling good today. Maybe we go live in the middle of the day. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see how warm it is out today also. I got to start getting more videos up. We may go live in the day. I might just make a video and push it out. We got to start getting more videos up. We got to start getting more videos up over here just in general. So maybe I just shoot some videos and put them up on some of the things in which I think. If you see any videos go up, please go in there and hit that like button for me. I need all of the like buttons hit on any video. If it's okay with you, if you don't mind, you got a little bit of free time, please go back and hit the like button on some of the old videos. If I could get 15, 20 more likes on some of those older videos, we might be able to get them to get rolling and get YouTube to put them into some playlists. So please, if I can get 15, 20 of y'all to go back and hit the like on some videos, we might be able to get a couple of those videos put in some playlists. That's why I'm always asking, could we please get the likes up on these videos? And we only got 54 people today. I'm happy to have those 54 people hit the like button. I would have appreciated to have 1 billion people hit it. But if we would have got 55 people to hit it, I would have appreciated that also. Shout out to everybody that hit the like button. You guys are just, you don't know how much of a help that is. With that also being said, I'm gonna let y'all go. Just go do something productive today. Remember, a lot of people, we don't come across good people much. Try to be the good person we come across. You know. El Press says if he was really a good dude, any friend that didn't have a felony would get trained personally and get them a security company of their own. Yeah, I have no idea why 6ix9ine hasn't already created his own security company. Because then he could pay himself and then write his off on taxes and it'd be a giant loop. But that's a whole. I'm not even gonna get into it. But I just don't have any capital. That's it. That's all. If I was doing anything other than working from dirt, that's all. I'm trying to tell you, like. Motherfuckers should really be hitting me up and asking me advice for real, for real. That's a fact. Because all I'm lacking is capital. With that being said, I'm gonna let y'all go. Everybody have a beautiful day. Please go out there and just be a good person. You don't never know. You might be the one good person that individual ran into that entire week. You have no idea. Like we really got there's really a lack of good people in the world. It's crazy. Like people, we really live in a society now where being disrespectful is applauded and being a nice person is being hated. Like if you're a nice person, all of the negative things, people need you to get up out of here. They hate you. They want you dead. But if you a bad person and you're out here doing bad, then people want to hang out with you and they want to be a part of your community. So this shit is weird. So we live in a different world. So go out there and just be the good person. You might be the only good person that individual runs into that day. Maybe that week. Maybe that month. We don't know how often people interact with people. Shit. There be days that I go and I probably only talk to one person because I probably go to the supermarket I'll talk to 2 or 3 people. Because I probably talk to the same 2 or 3 people every time I go to the supermarket and don't go outside any other time. So be that good person. Like for real, it's gonna feel good for the soul. When you make other people laugh, you make other people smile. Like it's just good for the soul, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bonus. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. That's all I got on this one.